All right, folks, welcome back. You're watching America Talks Live, the premiere edition of this brand new show, the show where you, the viewer, gets to have your voice heard. There's nowhere else like it on television. Join the conversation. Call us at 1-877-NEWSMAX and send us a video by going to newsmaxusa.com. And I'd be very remiss, ladies and gentlemen, if I did not shamelessly plug my regular show, which can be seen on Newsmax television at 7 p.m. and again at 10 p.m. Monday through Friday Eastern Time. So tonight at 7 and at 10, Monday through Friday, the Steve Malzberg Show. You can watch the regular Steve Malzberg Show where you cannot participate, but you will be equally as entertained. I promise. All right, let's get to the phones and say hello to Sandy on the line in Florida. Hello, Sandy. Thanks for calling.
Yes, hi. Thanks for taking my call.
You're welcome. Go ahead. What can I do for you, Sandy?
Well, I have a lot. You know, I'm so disgruntled anymore, I don't even know where to begin.
All right, take a deep breath and start with the most important fact.
Well, that man in the White House is a liar. He disrespects America at every opportunity, such as calling our Constitution an outdated document. He fuels racism, and he doesn't care at all what the American people think or want. And as far as I'm concerned, at this point, they could take all these refugees and put them in camps like they did to the Japanese. Put them in there until you check them out, and then if they pass muster, then you can decide where they're going to go. I agree with Mr. Trump when he says what he has to say about the refugees and the immigrants. We've had enough. And I say no more politicians. I'm fed up with them. They've gotten fat, lazy, and rich for doing nothing.
Sandy, I got to tell you, Sandy, I'm very proud of you. You presented it in a very cogent manner, very organized, and a very tempered voice. And thank you for weighing in. I really appreciate it. Let's go to Bill, who's in Pennsylvania and is up next. Hello, Bill. Thanks for calling.
Mr. Malzberg, how you doing, sir?
If you call me Mr. Malzberg, I'll have to call you Mr. Bill. So just call me Steve.
All right.
And Mr. Bill is taken already from Saturday Night Live, I think. Go ahead.
All right. Well, look, for 2 weeks now, I've been trying to find out. I've written you twice. I've written Prime Time. I've written my senators. Can somebody please tell me why Saudi Arabia, the richest country in the Middle East, is taking in no refugees and refuses to?
Well, because it's, I mean, I hate to oversimplify, but it's Saudi Arabia being Saudi Arabia. I mean, and they're not alone in the Middle East. They should be the countries taking in these Muslim refugees. Now, of course, they would never take in Christian refugees, just like you can't hardly be Jewish and go to many of these Muslim countries. And that's what gets me, Bill, about, you know, talking about religion of peace and tolerance and wonderfulness. And, you know, if you go to, when our troops were in Saudi Arabia protecting the royal family and the kingdom of Saudi Arabia, if they had crucifixes, they had to hide them. If they had the Star of David, they had to hide them. So I'd like to know where the tolerance is, but you're right. You're absolutely right, Bill, about Saudi Arabia specifically and other Arab countries in the region that should be doing their part by taking in these refugees. That's where they should be. And by the way, they should be there temporarily, especially the Christians, as Rick Santorum has said, until the fighting is over, so then they could go back. Because if we bring them here and they resettle here, the Christians, there'll be no Christians left in the Middle East, and that's what ISIS wants. So just keep that in mind. Thank you, Bill. Let's put up the tweet, by Elise Labat. Elise Labat is the global affairs correspondent for CNN. Okay? When the House passed the bill yesterday, putting the restrictions on the Syrian immigrants from coming into this country, giving them more scrutiny from the FBI, DHS, and Homeland Security, she tweeted out as a reporter, instead of just saying the bill was passed, there it is on your screen. House passes bill that could limit Syrian refugees. Statue of Liberty bows head in anguish. That's an editorial comment. which led Eric Whipple of the Washington Post to tweet out, "Does this comport with CNN editorial guidelines?" And as a result of her tweet, Elise Labat has been suspended from CNN for 2 weeks. Now, I got to tell you, I think that's harsh. And I think a lot worse has happened in the mainstream media and from CNN, where people have gone unpunished for doing much worse than what she did, although I think what she did is typical mainstream media garbage. We're coming back with more 877 Newsmax.